Got to show great character in the back half of that game. I watched guys play their best half in the second half. That is LSU.
LSU wanted to fire Les Miles last November, and they backed out or chickened out or whatever the reason was until a more convenient time when no public sentiment was rallied behind him. You spent time with Les this week. What was it like?
During our visit this week, talking to Les, he compared running a major program like LSU Reese to riding a bull. He said you ride as long as you can, but you're always aware that there'll come a time when you might be thrown. This week, he was thrown. But more than talking about the dirt, he stressed the fact that he's getting back up and is hopeful that he'll ride again in another ring. In your mind, why were you fired?
I'm certain that they wanted more production. They wanted more wins. I understand.
What went wrong?
When we put a team on the field, it should win. And the one thing I've always enjoyed about LSU is when you stepped in front of that 102 and you went onto the field, they thought you were going to beat the tar out of somebody, and you thought you were going to beat the tar out of somebody. So I have dealt with high expectations, enjoyed them, and tried to coach and surpass them.
We have had a cataclysmic reversal on the field. Auburn are the victors.
How would you describe the significance of the final second of the Auburn game in the scope of your career at LSU?
If I had to have one play define who I am, I'd take that one. And here's why. Because there was nothing left. There was not a time on the clock. Everything was running down. Took a snap, rolled to its right, and fired a ball in an end zone that wins the game. If that play is allowed, we win the game. I'll take that play. I'll take the very last play that we had. A group of men that could not be denied, and except for time, should well have won the game.
If you had a fraction of a second more, what would you be doing right now?
I'd be getting sweaty over there with the Tigers.
How do you reconcile that? A fraction of a second.
I'm not a guy that bemoans history. And history played out. And on Sunday, Joe Oliva, in a very heartfelt fashion, said, I got to make a change. And you know what? That's his call, and it's not my call.
What would the future be if you could draw it up?
I'm ready to call plays. I still love the game. The job that I enjoy most, certainly, until I have other experiences, would be coaching.
How should a coach be judged?
We judge ourselves. If you want a championship, what's your graduation rate? How's your, how can you help these young men, grow and mature?
How often do you think coaches are judged those ways?
I can give a damn who judges us or who judges me. If I did the things that I felt like gave us the best opportunity of victory, that reflected a grind towards making sure that they're academically solvent, that they're going to class and doing the right things, that's how I'm going to judge me.
Where will you be Saturday when LSU takes the field?
This Saturday will be a difficult thing for me, and I may just, get in the backyard and walk around, make some calls and sweat, and then, in around 7 o'clock, I think those Tigers come on, so I'm going to be right there.